How to partake in an unpleasant meal in a polite way. At one point in your life or another, you face this scenario. You meet up with a friend for a home-cooked dinner, only to find out they'd inadvertently fixed something vulgar to your stomach. How do you respond? How do you get through this meal? And more importantly, how do you leave the home not feeling sick, but managing to stay in good terms with your friend? How to fake excitement upon discovery of undesired bladder. Upon the first realization that you will be eating something unpleasant, it is important to respond correctly. Do not respond negatively with facial expressions of disappointment, horror, or emotional distress. Do not, under any circumstances, become violent. Doing so might frustrate your host after they've worked hard to prepare a meal, and so end your night. Respond pleasantly, but don't overreact. Intense excitement most likely will come across as fake. It is best on most terms to respond with a natural smile. If you don't know what a natural smile is, it does not look like this, or this. How to respond with initial contact. Once you have foregone the pleasantries, you will make initial contact with the food. Do not sniff your food. Respond with complete disgust, or drink excessively after the first bite. Instead, try to maintain a natural, non-expressive face, and if you decide to eat, try to take mouthfuls as your host is otherwise distracted. As you eat, be sure to carry on a healthy discussion so as not to gain attention with awkward silence. How to dispose of sketchy elements. If the food in question is completely unedible, you may have to resort to other means of disposal. Warning: do not push plate off table. Host will only bring you a fresh one. If the host has a dog, this will be simple. You may resort to placing food on someone else's plate as they are not paying attention. This works best on a young child, for no one will believe them if they catch you. The old food in the napkin trick also works well. The important thing to remember is to have a viable distraction. Tell a joke until your host is in tears, or fake an "oh what's that?" If all else fails, shouting fire normally does the trick. How to respond with dinner pleasantries. Often this step can be avoided, but if you have a particularly cocky host, the question may be asked, how was the meal? Do not respond with strong words like hate, loathe, or doomsday. Do not give out harsh comments like, I wouldn't suggest a job in the culinary field. Instead, change the subject with things like, it was wonderful to see you tonight, or you looked fantastic. If these fake outs still don't do the trick, try letting them down kindly with something like this: it was very interesting, or I can tell you love to cook, or even the meal looked beautiful. Stick to these points and you'll maintain a healthy relationship and an unawkward night. Just make sure the next time you invite them to your house for dinner.